De'Aaron Fox is likely to get traded by the trade deadline. Question is, where?
Cause must go, cause the Giants stay.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Sacramento Kings fans, and fans of who might be on these realistic trades? And the reason I say that is we're changing it up a little today. We're going to be doing a live reaction to an article from Pounding the Rock about 4 De'Aaron Fox trade packages that actually work. I know the Spurs are on this list, duh. I caught the Rockets, I think, but I did not see the players for either team, and I don't know what the other 2 teams are. Watch the Lakers be on there. But we're going to do a live reaction to this, and while I'm doing so, let me know if you think any of these are realistic or if they're all nonsense, and I'll do the same while going over this. So here we go. De'Aaron Fox, blah, is up for trade, averaging 25 points per game. Dirk Nowitzki, soft choker, Hall. You saying that? What the hell is that? All right, the San Antonio Spurs. Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, and 3 first-rounders. Ooh, boy, that's a little hard to see. Let me zoom that in a little bit because my eyes are struggling on this. Can we get a little zoom action? All right, there we go. That better? I did say this was a live reaction. Keldon and 3 first-rounders, 25, 27. Whoops. Well, now you can't see it at all, can you? All right. Success. Keldon Johnson. Now, Zach Collins. I would love to get rid of Zach Collins as a Spurs fan. That's a must. His contract's an albatross for us. I like Keldon. I know a lot of you would love to move on from Keldon. And 3 first-rounders via Chicago. All right, so we got a Chicago pick from this year, which is going to roll over. The Atlanta pick, and then it looks like one of our own. Gosh, would I be on board for that? Would the Kings be on board for that? I figured it would take at least probably 2 to 3 first-rounders to get De'Aaron Fox out and off the team. It matches salary-wise for the most part, right? He's making like, what, 35, 36, or 37. Those 2 guys are making about the same. Gosh, you know what? I would do this. I'm not going to lie, guys. I would do this. I like Keldon, but, and granted, this does not make the Spurs a contender right away. But to get rid of the Chicago pick, which is probably not going to convey this year, it rolls over, I believe, to top be protected next year, the future Atlanta pick, and then a pick way down the line. Yeah, I probably would do this. I don't think the Kings would. I think they would ask for more. If we need to throw in a second rounder, sure, we got $1 million of those. If we need to throw in 2 second rounders, sure, we got $1 million of those. I would hate to see Keldon go. I'll be honest with you guys. I think I would do this. I just hope it would work out for the team because we have a lot of non-shooters on the team, and, well, we're trading 2 non-shooters for a guy. When I mean non-shooters, I mean somebody that can't hit the 3. So, I mean, 2 for 1. Yeah, I don't think this will happen. I think they're going to want more. I think they're going to want Devin Vassell or Stephon Castle. Please do not trade Castle. But, yeah, I would be on board for this. I would. I really don't think this is going to happen. All right, who's up next? All right, the Houston Rockets are on here. Holy moly. Dillon Brooks. Wow, Reed Shepherd. Dillon Brooks, Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, and 2 picks for Fox and a throw-in. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Colby's a good... Wow. The Rockets moving on from Reed Shepherd already? I know he's been barely playing. I don't think this one likely happens. I don't see... So, like with the Spurs, I don't really see Zach Collins helping the Kings in any way, shape, or form. Maybe Keldon could be the player that we thought it could be over there, and then you have 3 first-round picks. I don't see this happening. Yeah, I doubt this one. I'm highly skeptical on that one. What? The Orlando Magic. Okay. 2 players for Fox and 2 firsts. Jonathan Isaac, Greg. How's Isaac been doing? I'm kind of in the I need to blow this up even more. Just me, or is this just really hard to read? It's so little. Like, they really need to just blow that up more. I don't know. Maybe my eyes are going. I think it's going to take 3. I think it's going to take 3 first-rounders. The Spurs are the only realistic trade they put together so far is the Spurs trade, in my opinion, that has 3 first-rounders. I got to think the Kings are going to want 3 first-rounders, and that's obviously players will need to be there for salary match. I don't think this is enough. The Magic are a rising team, as it says right there, but I don't think this is going to do it. And last but not least, the Miami Heat. Oh, boy. Jimmy. Oh, this is a three-team trade. The Heat, the Kings, and the Suns. Butler to the. I mean, it seems like the Suns want Jimmy buckets. Let me move this down. I'm sorry. A live reaction. I'm having all sorts of trouble getting this to fit. Bradley Beal to the Kings. Beal's got a terrible contract at $50 million. Fox to the Heat. Kevin Huerter. No draft picks. So the Suns obviously want to get rid of Beal. So the Suns are all on board here. Do the Kings want Bradley Beal in his huge I'm sorry. I'm stumped because I'm like, this doesn't seem like the Kings are getting the short end of the stick here. This seems like a bad job. I mean, I know Fox is not, from what I understand, resigning. Appears like he wants to move on, but Bradley Beal, like that's nothing to build off of. At least with the Spurs trade, you have multiple first-round picks you can possibly build off of. The Suns are all on board on this. The Heat, I'm sure, would be fine getting Fox to get rid of Butler. But the Kings, yes, this might work in their little trade scenario thing. The Kings are getting... I'm not a Kings fan, but Beal? Really? At this point in his career? I don't think it's worth it. He's injury prone. He's got a ginormous contract. He's got the contract that De'Aaron Fox is eventually probably going to get. I don't see this one being a likely scenario at all. This one, I think, is probably not. So we'll do a quick recap. This trade, I don't see that happening. The Heat trade, absolutely not. The Orlando Magic trade, probably not. Let me make sure we're still lined up on the screen here. Yeah, we're a little off there. I don't see the Magic trade happening. And maybe I'm biased as a Spurs fan. The Rockets trade, unless I'm missing something, I mean, do Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepherd, and Dillon Brooks really get the Kings to a better place by trading Fox off? I don't think so, unless the Kings see something in Reed Shepherd that maybe other people aren't right now. I gotta say, I wish they did 4 Spurs trade scenarios for this instead of just doing one. But they went with 4 different teams, and I think this one has the best chance of happening. The Kings are going to get 3 first-round picks in this scenario. Keldon Johnson is still a young player and might not work in the starting lineup, but he maybe can do well for them off the bench, maybe better than what he's doing for San Antonio. The one thing that sucks on this trade for the Kings is Zach Collins. But they need to make a salary match, and those 2 do equal De'Aaron Fox. So this trade, I think, has the best chance of happening out of these 4. As a Spurs fan, I've been on the fence on whether I want to see Fox actually come to the Spurs, but if that was the asking price, and we have a million picks, we can't use them all, and the Spurs still could have a lottery pick this year, even with Fox there. Probably not. I would think we would move up in the standings a little bit. I would hope with De'Aaron Fox. Maybe the Atlanta Hawks pick would still be a lottery pick, and we strike gold on that one. But this is one, I got to admit it, I probably would do this, and we would just hope the heck it works out. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts below. The 4 trade scenarios for the teams, do you think any of these realistically happen? Are you in agreement with me? Do you think the Spurs one is the one that kind of makes the most sense because the Kings are getting the most draft capital? Unless the Kings are in win now mode and don't want draft capital, and that trade is not going to be beneficial. And quite frankly, I don't really see how any of these trades are too beneficial long run. If I was the Kings looking at those scenarios, I think the Spurs would be the best one. And I would try to get at least 3 first-rounders from any team. The Beal one, I think I like the least. Bradley Beal, maybe it's just not working out Phoenix, and he can still be at 25 points plus per guy. But at this point in his career, I don't have a lot of faith in that, especially with his huge contract. So that's all I got. Drop a comment down below on all these crazy scenarios. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel. Subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs and sports community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. 'Cause the Giants